Good evening again, everyone. I hope you're all well. Welcome to another video. It's another garden camp again. I'm using the OEX Bush Pro Bivvy and the OEX Bush Pro Tarp. In fact, I'm trying to use as much OEX equipment as I can tonight, like stuff that I've actually got. I've also got a couple of new bits of equipment to show you. The first one being this, I've still got the box for it, is this UCO portable fire pit. So it's kind of like a dish that folds out in this like really elegant, like flower like kind of sort of style. And I was actually going to kind of review it and show you sort of the unboxing and lighting the fire, and I just thought I can't be bothered. I just want to get a fire lit. And the amount of heat that this little fire pit's throwing off is amazing. I mean, I was in a down jacket earlier and I had to take that off. I got really warm. I had to take my hat off. I was really warm. So it's really good. It folds up really small. It's really compact. I mainly just use like those fire logs that are wrapped in the flammable paper that you can buy, and you just burn them and they burn for like 2.5–3 hours. So what I've done is I've cut one of those in half, so I can sort of spread the fire out like over the course of the evening. And you probably couldn't fit a full length fire log in this little pit, but if you cut it in half, you could lay the two bits of it side by side. I've not done that. I've just put one in at a time, let it burn down. It's burnt for ages, and I'm on the second half now. Okay, it weighs 266 grams or 9.4 ounces. And it works really well with the Grilliput portable grill, and I've actually ordered one of those, not the actual UCO one. I've ordered just a cheap, Chinese one of those little fold up mini grills that just goes over the fire pit, and that's on its way. There's my chair, 10 quid, no brand fold up chair. Absolutely brilliant, just as good as the OEX one. I think better in some ways because it's a lot lighter for a start, and it feels sturdy, and it's got kind of like a wider seat to it, so you can really sort of sit back and chill out. It's so comfy, and it's the bag that it comes in is really easy to pack the chair away into, because sometimes stuff sacks and things like that are a nightmare. You need to use like a lubricant to get whatever it is back in its bag. This is so easy. So I'll show you what drinks I've had tonight. I've had another Rosie's Pig rhubarb cloudy cider, the best rhubarb ciders. I am drinking a kiwi and lime old moot cider. So that's two of my favourite ciders right there. I've got one more. Don't know if I'm going to have it tonight though, because it is getting quite late. Thatcher's Haze cloudy cider. The stove tonight is the little BCB Fire Dragon gel fuel stove, or you can use solid fuel tablets in it. There's not a lot that can really go wrong with those. I really like them, and they're cheap. There's the setup. There we go. And I've got the tarp set up in like a kind of lean-to style with like an overhang at the front. Like I say, we're not due any rain, but that would actually really keep the rain out unless the wind was blowing it into the sides underneath the tarp. But as I say, we're not due any of that tonight. It's meant to be really, really nice weather. some of the best weather we've had all week really. So fairly lightweight setup again. Don't know if I'm quite in the 20 items, probably more like 30 items at the moment, but I wasn't too fussed about that really. I just wanted to try out a different tarp configuration that I've not done before, and I did that first time. I've got some ultralight Dyneema guy lines on it that I took off of my old Seal Nylon Integral Designs Rab Seal tarp or Seal Wing tarp, it's called something like that, and use those on this because this is kind of my go-to tarp. I use this the most probably. I've had a mint flavoured hot chocolate already, and I've been talking to James and Mary, whose channel is Bad Hair Adventures, so have a look for them, subscribe to them if you haven't done so already. They do some really cool stuff. And then Mark from First Class Adventures, he's actually out garden camping tonight with his OEX Bush Pro bivvy bag on its own, and he's got a fire as well, and we was video calling all together, and it's been really good fun. I think Mark's quite drunk, he's had a few drinks already, and the last time I saw him he had some like Christmas lights round his head. I've no idea why exactly, but yeah, subscribe to First Class Adventures as well. So yeah, this little fire pit's, I'm really pleased with it. It's going to work really well when we can go back to wild camping. I can bring this along if we're doing a group camp, you know, with just this and a few fire logs and we're sorted. It'd be absolutely brilliant. And then once I've got the little fold up grill, we can have like a barbecue or just, you know, cook off of this as well. It's a good option to have, I think. I don't want to try and bore you too much with talking at the moment. I've noticed I talk for very long periods of time. I do apologise. I try and tend to sort of fit all the information into like one clip straight away and then edit it down and stuff, because I don't want to be talking all night. I just sort of, it sounds bad, but I just want to sort of sit and enjoy the camp for what it is and stuff. I don't always want to be on the camera all night, so I try and do everything boom in one go and then I haven't got to talk for a while, rather than do like little and often. So no offence. This one is probably going to be a bit more relaxed tonight, to be fair, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it anyway. So enough thinking and let's get drinking. I've got that nighttime tea, hopefully that'll help me sleep. In the OEX Bush Pro bivvy, textbook getting into that actually. I've got like a Mountain Warehouse thermal sleeping bag liner to go in my OEX down bag. Really nice and warm in here. I've got my old OEX Traverse lightweight like yellow inflatable pad, and then a silver foam full length like roll mat underneath all of that, and that's from Mountain Warehouse. Tyvek ground sheet under all of that, and I've sort of tucked part of the tarp sort of underneath, so you've actually got somewhere to lay on as well. I really like this configuration. A couple of people said it's really good for like woodland camps. Like I say, providing there isn't like a wind that's blowing, say, rain in under the sides of it, but you're sheltered on sort of two sides really, even though this side in front of me behind the camera's open. It's got that overhang, which is really nice. hopefully this mat will be alright. I stopped using it because I think it's developed kind of like a faulty valve on it, and it sort of slowly deflates in the night. You wake up and it's lost a lot of air out of it. It's not completely flat, but it goes down. But at the moment it's behaving itself, so we'll see. But I know it's not got a very high R value, so it's really only good as like a summer sleeping pad, unless you combine it with like the silver foam mat like I've done, and then of course you can use it in sort of slightly colder weather. But ideally the climate mat is absolutely perfect for winter. You can use that on its own. It's so warm and so comfy. I've had my best night's sleep on that pad without a doubt when I've been wild camping, but I don't want to wear it out, so I'm not going to use it if I don't need to. In other words, I'll still try and use kind of less insulative mat, shall we say. Yeah, anyways, enough yawning, and I'll see you in the morning. Night everyone. Morning everyone. It's about 8:30, 8:45 I think. I slept really well in the bivvy. I really like this setup, this lean-to with the overhang. I'll definitely try it again. Really nice. And having my head facing that way towards the house worked out a lot better, because the sun sort of comes up over that way, so my feet are sort of getting the sun rather than like my face. That's the worst thing to wake up to. You'll probably not be able to see, but the shed over there where my gym is, there's a cat, someone's cat on the roof, and I've just been watching for 5 minutes. This cat's got up there and it was looking at me. I turned round and suddenly I just saw it looking, just like watching me on the edge of the thing. And then like there was all birds, and I think they were crows. I always get rooks and blackbirds and crows mixed up. I think they were crows anyway. This crow was on the roof and the cat was just moving very carefully towards it, like about to pounce on it, and it flew off at the last minute, and it just flew, and he just watched it fly away. And yeah, he was trying to get every single bird that landed on the roof. And at one point I was rooting for it. I was like, go on, just get one. And at one point it nearly caught one. It was creeping so low, it looked like a lion, you know, when like you see like the big cats in the wild sneaking towards something. It was brilliant to watch. It was like, this is like, David Attenborough's got nothing on this at the moment. Wildlife on one, get out of here. Anyways, face feels awful, like I've had a stroke or something, but I feel alright. Yeah, it's good. Anyways, right, no more waffling, Tom. That fire pit was brilliant though. I really liked that. That was good. Sorry, I'm looking over there. It looks like I'm waiting for a bus. I'm not. It's because I can see myself here, but the camera's actually here. So I'm still getting used to that. Don't look over there, look over here. Look who's still up here. That was the cat that was up on the shed roof. And yeah, my gym's in here. I've got a bit out here as well. I've got a pull-up and dip tower, so you can do all your body weight exercises on that. Really useful bit of kit that. I've had that for absolutely years, and I was going to sell it. I'm glad I didn't. I've modified it a bit, because when you're doing weighted pull-ups, the plate and the belt were catching on that pad there, and I don't really need that pad, so I took that off. And I also switched the bars around the other way because it was saying that you have them on the other side, and I was like, that's crap. Then underneath this one, this is my old 3x3 tarp by Lomo, the one that started leaking on the Halloween camp. Started trying to do like strongman style training, and with sort of like commercial gym equipment, which is a challenge in itself, believe me. Until I haven't thought this through. Yeah, I laid all of this gym floor matting down out here as well, just to try and level up this bit of patio, because you don't want uneven ground when you're lifting weights. That's a nightmare. So I've got an adjustable squat rack at the back there, so that can go up to quite a height, and that's one of the many bars I've got. They're just 1 inch diameter bars. They're like home gym equipment bars. They're nothing fancy. Had them years. Some 20 kilo plates, had to pick those up recently. So you can, I can do squatting, overhead pressing, bench pressing, deadlifting, all kinds of variants out of that, front squats, you name it, just adjust it up and down to whatever exercise I'm doing. Really useful, those. And then I've got this cheap little adjustable bench, got that for free actually. One of my mum's friends actually happened to have a bench. It's not completely what I was looking for, I'll be honest, because I didn't want these. These are too narrow to bench in and stuff like that. I mean, it is adjustable and stuff, which is good, but really I'm looking for a bench that hasn't got these on, just a normal adjustable bench. I know what I'm talking about anyway. And then I've left the keys in this by mistake, which isn't good. I'll show you in here. This is like Spider City in this shed. So it's been Mum's first half of the shed. I've just walked through a cobweb. So we've got all like tools and stuff in here. Hopefully we don't get robbed after this video goes up. Look at all the stuff in his shed. And then in here, we need to get some light on the situation. We've got blinds, we've got electricity running down to here. I've even got a little heater because it does get cold in the winter. Trust me, I've had to sleep in here before. And this is the gym. As you can see, Nirvana all the way. Bit of AC/DC. Got some full length mirrors for checking your technique, honestly. And then just all kinds of assorted stuff in the corner. Ignore that. And that life jacket, that's from Who Island. Yeah, you remember that one. Just weight plates, Reebok step, foam rollers, medicine balls, EZ bars, assorted bars. There's loads of textbooks from my PT course I did years ago, and other fitness manuals, workout plans, kettlebells. There's a camping chair for when I'm lazy and want to just sit down, an exercise bike, a powerlifting belt, some power bags and sandbags, knee sleeves and elbow sleeves. I've found those are really useful with like the strongman and powerlifting stuff that I'm doing. A dip belt for adding weight to pull-ups and dips, some wrist straps for any overhead work or pressing work or front squats or back squats as well. When you're going heavy, it does put a lot of strain on like wrists and stuff like that. Some resistance bands, exercise bands for like warming up or adding accommodating resistance. 10 kilo weighted vest, that's a pump for a gym ball that's somewhere. Some more weight plates. I'd say probably in total weight plates I've got about 200 kilos worth spread out. Oh, there's the cat again. You heard that? There it is, the cat's outside. There he is, or she. Anyway, so that is the cat. Better not go and piss in my bivvy. Jesus. Hang on. Where's it gone? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, little git. Right. So yes, this is the outdoor area. This is where I'm spending most of my time training at the moment, because you can get a suntan. And then in here, this is just kind of storage almost now. I can do bits and pieces in here, especially when it's raining. Got my old CD player from upstairs in my room. I was hardly using it up there, so I thought, well, I'll bring it down here and I can listen to all kinds of good stuff. So, been listening to a lot of metal, Brit rock, classic rock at the moment, all kinds of stuff. That's my current plan that I've put together that I'm doing. I'm enjoying that. There's some cases for some barbells, some more dumbbell handles. That's my Converses that I use to lifting, because you want a flat-soled shoe if you're deadlifting, squatting, anything like that. And yeah, this is my gym. You were born an original, don't die a copy. It's true. Words to live by. So that is the gym, if you can call it a gym. I mean, at one point when I first started, I was actually personal training people in this little space. Sort of, we had a little bit of room here to train people. We've cleared all this sort of since the lockdown, and I've been able to fit all of this equipment in here, which I'm really pleased about. I used to get people using the garden, because it's such a long garden. It's ideal for doing sprints, walking lunges, strongman events like carrying stuff up and down a course. You might have seen it on TV. So it was really useful having that. And I was training my mates really. I started off doing that, and it started off like, you know, I'd get them doing like sprints with like the weight vest on, things like that. But they lost weight though. It worked. My first mate that I trained, he lost about 2 stone, and then my biggest success was with my mate Terry, who I don't see so much anymore. He lives nearby, and he lost, get this, 7 stone, and other assorted people that I trained in there. But yeah, so in case you was wondering, this is what I do when I'm not wild camping and walking and looking at old things. I'm training people, working in a gym, and training myself. That's my other big hobby. Anyway, didn't mean to bore you with that, but I saw it. I was going to get some shots of the backfields and stuff, and I thought, no, I'm going to show you the gym. I've been meaning to for ages. In the next video, I'll try and get my old dot to give you a tour of the garden, of what all of these plants and flowers are, because I ain't got a clue. I know Alan Titchmarsh or Monty Don. So that's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. It's been good fun using this setup and using this configuration. It's definitely one that I'll be using in the future. And it was good using this UCO fold up fire pit. So it's probably slightly bigger than my head, this thing. And as you can see, it's got like little feet, little legs underneath it, just to keep it up off the ground so it doesn't burn the grass or whatever surface you're on. It didn't burn the grass, although I still used some tin foil underneath it just to make sure, but it was absolutely fine. And this is the best bit, it folds up like that, so you just open it out. It's quite beautiful really, like a sort of a flower really, and folds up to that. And you could store like some lighting materials and fire kit inside that as well. So it's a very compact package like that. It's a little bit like a UFO like that, and it has got a few sharp edges on the base of it. So it's the only criticism I've got of the package is that it doesn't come with like a carry case because the sharp edges, you put that in your pack and you'll rummage around in your bag, you could quite easily cut your hand on that, or it could tear something else in your bag. So a little pouch would be good. I might even consider trying to make one actually, but I suppose a plastic bag, like a strong Ziploc bag, big enough, would do the job really. And you'd want something like that anyway, because it's going to be covered in soot and things like that. So I'll probably just do that, to be honest. But overall, I'm really pleased with it, and I'm going to be using it again, definitely. I just want to point out, I have not been sent this by UCO. I'm not sponsored or anything like that. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I don't really believe in that. There are a few companies that I like their products, and I have been approached by a couple of them, and I turned them down. At the moment, I don't think that's a bad decision, but maybe in the future I might change my mind. But at the moment, I'd rather earn my money and buy stuff. That's like what everyone else out there's doing. You guys that are watching that don't have channels, you don't have the luxury of being sponsored. So I kind of want to stay the same as you and not get a sponsorship. It's just ethics. It's punk ethics. I think it's quite punk, really, and that's my mindset. Is not to be sponsored. I don't want to be an advertising monkey as well. I don't want to be a walking billboard. I kind of think I'm going to say it how it is. If I don't like something, I'm going to say it's shit, and that's probably going to piss off a few companies. So I think that's another reason why I don't want to be sponsored. But you never know. In the future, I might change my mind. I think if I was gonna work with a company and they was gonna send me stuff to review, it would be something that I wanna review, or it'd be something that I already use. If I was using their products already, then that would make sense for me to work with them. But I'm not just gonna get sent stuff by anyone and just go, oh yeah, I'll review. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, get that. You can get that from here. I just think that's bollocks. So just to clarify, I'm not sponsored by UCO. I bought this for £20 off of eBay, brand new. I think it's really good. It's worth that money, so I'll be using this in more garden camps. Anyway, yeah, cheers for watching. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Look after each other and stay safe. She's saying bye. I'll see you later.